We're living in Africa. We are not tourists here. We're not on one of those roofless buses looking at everything. We are involved. We are a part of the fabric of South Africa. We want this church to be a church that helps to turn the tide. We want this church to be a church that helps people. We want this church to be an answer to people's prayers. Our desire is to build the church that Cape Town needs, that South Africa needs, and that Africa needs. You can't build a strong church. You can't build a church that achieves something that is worthwhile in its world. You can't build a church of impact without money. And so we're talking about money matters right now without any hint of embarrassment or apology. This is core. This is a leg of the table. If you don't have money, you can't do anything. And so we're telling you about the money so that you can celebrate because there's a good story to tell. We're telling you about the money so that you can be inspired to say, well, what can I do? And we're telling you about the money by way of an invitation to say, if you're not already involved, join in building the church that Jesus prayed for, building a church that gives him glory, that gives him pleasure, and that makes a difference in the world that is around and about us. The wonderful people that work in the finance department, the finance committee, the eldership, the remuneration and HR committee, all of these things, we've got a team of high integrity that helps us to administer the finances. I'm not good at it. Hans isn't good at it. We are here. We've surrounded ourselves with people that are good at it.
Hi TPC, my name is Paulo and I'm part of the finance committee here. It's a great privilege to serve. So what I want to talk a bit about today is to give some feedback on the financial standing and the financial comings and goings of the church. TPC is a generous church. So from 2020 to 2022, tithes have grown progressively. There has been some decline since the last half of last year of 2022 to now. We have in the last 3 months seen an increase in giving and in the consistency of giving, which is great to see. What really stands out is that more people giving has contributed to the increases in recent months. If we just look at July, where it's a month where tithes have gone far above our average income. What really stands out about it is that it is a month where the most people have given, and that means that more people are contributing to that growth. We as a collective are doing more together. As we look at combined giving, what we can see is that there has been significant giving over and above tithes. If we look at our consolidated numbers, we see that between 2019 and 2023, there has been a 41% increase in the average given per month, giving towards specific projects that we've rallied behind. If we spread it out over the months of the year to get an idea of how combined giving has changed, I'm saying there's a 41% increase that has occurred between 2019 and this. If you look back over time, there was a building fund between 2016 and 18. There was a heartbeat offering in June of 2019. During COVID, there were hope bag offerings, which were raised since 2020. And then, namely this year, if we look at the generator project, which made possible the installation of a generator to literally keep the lights running during load shedding, 268,000 Rand was given between March and June. There's additional giving that has taken place for specific causes. And during 2023, that totaled 176,000 Rand. That went towards repair work and electrical work in the church that was performed at no cost, furniture and decor for the chat room and for the outside areas, kids' church furniture, computer was donated to the church, a brand new computer that is, and inverters that will reduce the reliance of the church on using the generator during the week. As we look at beyond these walls, the last time we spoke, we commented on the fact that it had been a steady decline over time. 2020 stood out as a year if we combine what was given towards Beyond These Walls and Hope Bags. And since July 2022, a total of 20,500 rand was committed by the church. And looking back over the last year since then, that commitment has been honored, which is something to celebrate. Beyond These Walls, for those that don't know, is what we do outside of the church. So it largely is focused on missionary work. We support missionaries around the continent and in other parts of the world, as well as missions within South Africa. And moving over to the budget for the year ahead. So during May and June this year, the church leadership, with some coordination from the finance committee, revised the budget. And this is a process which was carried out with a lot of diligence and structure, something which was performed last year as well. And where the budget for this year lands is that we rely on a monthly tithing income of 373,000 Rand. That is for the month-to-month budget. That doesn't include the giving over and above tithes. In terms of how the budget is split, we've given an overview of what the budget is allocated towards. 62% is allocated towards human resources and ministry, 12% towards strategy and vision. Our operating expenses, that covers things from water, electricity, coffee, milk. There are many things. As I say, what money is spent on is, debated and chosen with a lot of diligence. And we're a church, so I think it's important to always remember that, it's not a place where we want to skimp out on people. It needs to be a wonderful place to spend time. And just to give credence to this we just want to paint a picture that if there were to be a 20% increase in tithes, the way that the church are managed and the way that they have always been managed is that these increases do go towards the things that we can't currently do, the things we're not yet doing, the things we're not yet able to do. And I know that the leadership has a lot of vision about where we want to go as a body. And as we start to see our income grow, and as we have seen the tithes of the church grow, more and more has been made possible, and there's still so much more to do. And so if we were to see tithes go up 20%, we'd see that the budget available for strategy and vision would almost double.
Thanks so much for that, Paulo. My name is Laura, and I'm also a part of the team here at the People's Church. Just to maybe let you know about some of the specific things that we are hoping to be able to do in the future, wanting to build the church that Africa and that Cape Town needs. And so I thought to let you know, these are some of the things that we are currently praying for. First of all, we're praying for a youth pastor. So not only do we need to have the finances every month, and not a once-off, but every month we'll need to be able to pay this person so that they can give all their energy, all their time into building a team, into seeing a flourishing youth ministry, and to come along the current team and to say, hey, how can I work with you and support you? We want to be a church that is sending out teams of people. And we currently are supporting missionaries, and we love doing that. They're doing work in spaces that we can't, and so we're supporting them, but we also want to be a church who sends our teams. We're going to be soon going to Transkei, meeting with the local church pastor Nati over there and seeing how we can partner together with them and to work as a unit. Our building, what's happening inside, I'm not always sure if the outside communicates that properly. We are a church who loves people. We are a life-giving space, and we are relevant. We are a space that's family-friendly, and we want the world, the people who drive past here, to see that. So we want to be able to paint our building. We want to be able to fix that basketball hoop and make that space friendly for people to say, oh, I want to go check out what's happening there. We want to be able to do things like that. One Voice, our worship team, there's been an influx of young people coming and saying, I want to be a part of this. And so we're going to be training them and raising them up to become worship leaders and great drummers and great guitar players. But the reality is we need some additional instruments and equipment to be able to do this. There's a long list of things, extra kids facilities, etc. So actually what we're doing is if you would like to just have a peek into the background of what is this list of things that the department leaders have said, listen guys, we're trusting God for these things and we are needing resources to buy these things in order to move forward. If you want to see that list, you can click on this link or you can scan the code and you can check it out and maybe you can see if you can be a part of the solution. We love that we are a generous church and we love what God has been doing, and so we're grateful. But let's hope together and let's walk together to see these things come to pass.